Stop that. Hi. Hi, hello. Hi. Say my multitude of highs real quick. Hello, hello, hi, hi, hi. I'm here. We are live. It is happening. It is going. Let me just... Dude. I need to change my profile banner at one time. At some point. Jesus fucking Christ. Last live just now. Not just now. It's live right now. What are you talking about, Twitch? Let me in. Thank you. Okay. Right. Okay. Hi. Hi, I'm here. Okay, so, what's happening? Is anything important happening outside of just what we're planning on doing today? No, not really. I'm late by, most of an hour. Sorry about that. I, had some stuff to take care of, and also I went for a walk with my cat. Steam is woken up. Right. I forgot that I haven't logged into Steam yet. Again. Whoops. Alright. Give me a second. I will log into Steam and we will continue as we were. Right. More pathway today, so that's cool. Alright. Damn it. I put it in wrong. Alright. I have a long password. Yeah, so, hi, hello there. I don't know, wait, there's nothing really going on that I need to talk about. Exciting thing, kind of, sort of. I was thinking of making a second account for, Genshin Impact and live streaming through from, like, the process of starting a new account to, like, you know, the farthest that you can get and everything. And, like, popping in during events and stuff, because I do like Genshin Impact, and it'd be fun to do it on stream. Ooh, the audio worked immediately. Let's see if it worked on the stream as well, because I did think that sometimes that's a problem. Okay. I sent a TikTok about anime to my sister, and I think she just responded to it. Yep. Multiple ones. Wait. No, come back. Let me check. I can't now. I'll wait until we're at the screen. Hush. Yeah, she just liked it. It was good. To be fair. Oh. Who's on here? There are two people here. Hello! Sorry, we're just waiting for the game to load in. Oh. There we go. Okay. Well, now we have to wait a second. Sorry to the two people watching the stream. We have to, like, wait a second just for me to be able to check the audio. It'll only take a minute. And then we'll actually, like, start the game properly. You know. We're on to the third story update on what happened last stream and what's been going on in the Pathway streams. So we're on the third storyline, so that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see how that goes. I'm gonna mute the audio on my end for a sec. Sorry, just checking the audio levels. Making sure that you can hear me speak while the music's playing and everything. Well, now we have to wait a second. Sorry to the two people watching the stream. We have to, like, wait a second just... It seems fine. If the audio's really bad, then whoever is watching this can tell me. You can actually talk in the chat. Or, you know, if you don't want to just tell me how the audio is, but still want to talk in the chat, you can just tell me about your answer to the question of the week, which is, what Pokemon would you smash? Which, if you don't understand that question, then you probably shouldn't answer it in the first place. But, yeah. Personally, my answer to that question is probably, like, a mix between, Blaziken, because I quite like that one. And also, probably, like, I don't know, I really do like the Pheromosa, I think it is. She's pretty. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Away from that question, we have third story. We only have 2 left after this, which is pretty exciting, I think. I have not gotten through the stories, like, past the first 2, just playing on my own. Like, I died immediately when I tried to play through the third one on my own. And that was, like, ages ago. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing through this one now, which is exciting. Alright, let's get started. I know nothing about what's happening from here on out. Alright, Night of the Black Pharaoh. Cairo, Egypt. The wild rumors circulating among local occultists over the past few weeks lead you to one terrifying conclusion. The unholy cultists of the Konesh Brotherhood plan to reawaken Turash Ra, the Black Pharaoh. You travel to the stone desert of, Moreau to stop them. Teeny tiny letters on a slightly far away screen in a weird font. Hard to read. Alright, anyways. Exciting. Okay, so. You know me. Default team all the way. But I do want to look through my storage and see about giving some people some stuff that we don't need. We'll give this to him. You can take that stiletto. Is it better or worse than this one? It's better. Mostly. Armor shredding's better on this one. And crit damage is better on this one. And the damage itself isn't super far away. The crit chance is lowered. But the stiletto allows shadow event options, which is pretty cool, and also an extra bit of vitality and 5% more damage, rather than the 13% crit strength. So I think I'll leave the stiletto with Jackson. You can hold on to that. This is an AK. Do I have one? I do. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like looking through all of the stats real fast to decide who's getting what. So, obvious choice. I will give this also to Jackson. Jackson is a pretty reliable one, to be fair. Like, I feel like I am more inclined to use Jackson in most situations, unless I'm able to get Miguel, because it is not Miguel. Is it Miguel? I thought it was Miguel. Baron. What? Brain. Yeah, Miguel. I prefer getting Miguel around rather than what's his face. Jeez, I was making the incorrect comparison to the guns. Is that better or worse than Miguel's one? I think they're relatively close. So, it's probably not a big deal either way. Yeah, but yeah, like, I very much like using Jackson and Miguel specifically. I feel like they're very useful. I haven't tried a lot of the other ones, though, to be fair. But, you know, that's like old preferences from different things. Okay, is this better? Yes. In, like, every way. There is no downside to using that one. Okay. Do we have anyone else that uses a disintegrator? No, just, like, pistol and AK. Okay, that's fine. Well, AKs. The fucking rifle. Yeah, my brain. I don't know why I, like, default to just AKs. I feel like that's a problem with, like, media as a whole. Everything just defaults to AKs, and I'm not sure why. Alright, send to valuables. Send to valuables. We don't need those ones. We don't want this one. Anybody need a knife to wield anywhere? Not really. At the moment. I could give it to someone else who uses a knife. If there is anyone else who uses knife. You can only use knife. It'd be great if I could give knife to you, but I cannot, so, you know. Send valuables. Alright, you could do this. I will give you that. Send valuables. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do. Oh, we can give you knife. Here, you have knife. Send valuables. We don't need you to have that one. Okay. Do we want to hold on to this? I mean, we can. It would be nice. But not fully necessary. Alright, so. How do I brain again? How to recruit? Jeez. I'm trying to, like, remember all of the buttons and controls and stuff. Okay. So, we're going with our usual default team until they die, like, just those three. Okay, I'm pretty sure car storage is... Ooh, it's only 5,000. Okay, so we can get one thing of car storage, which would be pretty cool. So our car capacity has been increased, which is nice. The usual amount for there, and I don't think we really need to spend money to get some more. I would prefer to hold on to it to get more car storage, just in case. I like being able to carry as much as I like. Alright, so we're gonna depart. That's all that we need to do right now. Alright, so there's 2 different treks. We got 2 whole maps that we gotta go through.
You leave the hustle and noise of Cairo behind you. Before you stretch the lazy bends of the Nile, lifeline of ancient Egypt. The mighty river disappears into the eternal expanse of the Egyptian desert.
Cool. Alright. On the banks of the Nile, a journey full of hardship awaits you, but you are determined to thwart the insane machinations of the Brotherhood at any cost. The Black Pharaoh must never walk the earth again. Alright. Okay, so we can go all the way down here and, like, get as much as we can and then make our way over here. Maybe just, like, go up here, there, and then continue that way. Grab a friend, then go. I do want to come down here to get what we can. I'm hoping I'm not going to run out of gas before we can get all the way over there, but, you know, we'll just have to hope that luck is on our side for that. The Foxborough. Somewhere among the tamarisk bushes and carob trees, you hear a high, chirping yelping. You find a fennec fox colony. The little desert foxes scatter excitedly when they see you. You try to lure some curious fox pups with dry crusts of bread, but the shy creatures whimper and hide away in their burrow. You leave the crust behind when you leave. That's cute. You're like, we'll just leave food for these foxes. Alright. With the Black Marketeer could be in league with the rebels. We have plenty of gas, ammunition is what we need. Okay, it's worth it. We want gas. We're fine for ammunition. We have knives. You would hope to take a break at the walls of the temple, but then you spot the cultists marching in your direction across the desert dunes, and you quickly hide behind a large stone statue. When the cultists arrive a short time later, they begin preparations for a ritual, and gather right in front of the statue that you are hiding behind. Lol. As the high priestess grovels before the stone statue, the rest of the cultists begin a grotesque dance. As if in a trance, they spin around and spread out around the statue. In a few moments, they will be able to see you. Topple the stone statue! Do it. Go for it. Omar heaves against the stone statue, and moments later it comes crashing down into the desert sand. The high priestess is crushed by the falling statue. Oh, that's excellent. Those guys are annoying. Fantastic. The cultists run around screaming. You take advantage of the confusion to grab one of their chests. You then sprint as fast as you can to your jeep, which you parked behind the temple. You hear loud, angry screams behind you. You have been discovered, but before the cultists can react, you have already started the engine and soon leave the temple behind you. Oh shit, we didn't even have to fight. Wow, fucking dope, my dude. Good job, Omar. Real champion here. Alright. As you travel through the endless desert, you see a small herd of wild camels on your right, plodding across the dunes in the distance. You see a mother camel with its foal, both as white as freshly driven snow, lagging behind the rest of the herd. After a few minutes, the shy animals turn and disappear among the dunes. That's cute. I like that we're just getting, like, soft animal events right now. This is very nice. Okay, so... this is going to be a lot. Like... it'll cost 9 to get there and 9 to get back, at least. Oh no, that one goes up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 5. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 to get back here. Going off of that, which I think is the shortest route. Or even like the opposite way. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Either way, it is 14 to get all the way back if we want to hit all 3 of these points. Is it worth it? Because, like, traders usually have more gas, so we can get more gas on the way over, and we don't know what this location is. And I'd really like to see what it is. Alright, we're taking the risk. Hopefully it'll be fine, you know? We'll see. Alright. You carefully observe the lonely hut you spotted from the distance. You see a few cultists prowling around inside the dilapidated building. Open fire. Murder them. Get rid of them. We're here for a fight. Alright, we got the advantage. Alright, 2 cultists and 4 zombies. Okay. Ah. Ow. Alright. Can't really do anything over there. Not gonna kill him, but we can hit him. I'll just end the turn. I don't think there's anything really a benefit that I can do. Ow. Really taking a lot of hits, man. Poor Omar. Alright. Can I just get you from here? There's a 65% chance that I'll miss. Let's not take the risk. Omar's just there. Hello. Stab. Alright. Not so bad. Just a little bit of damage, but it's just to Omar. It's fine. He can handle it. Okay. What we got? A hard-learned lesson indeed. Alright. Oh, we're on the last one. Okay, so... if attack is successful, the target will be killed instantly. You may only target already injured enemies with this ability. A mighty fist punch pushing your enemy back 2 tiles may cause additional damage if the pushback target hits a wall or other units. I want that one. Okay. What we got? Ooh, that's another grenade one. And more fuel. Fantastic. Alright. We don't have a grenade friend right now. I mean, Omar could be, but he's, like, spec'd into repairing, so, nah. Okay. A lone hut. The huts ahead of you appear to belong to a wealthy herdsman. As you approach, you see a worried-looking man sitting in front of the camel pens. I am cursed with misfortune. My best camel mare has a fever and has stopped moving. If she has infected the other animals, I'm ruined. What a shame. And then you leave. Nah. Take a look at the camel. Natalia takes a look at the sick animal. She scratches her head, grabs a handful of tablets from her case, and feeds them to the animal. The camel starts to improve visibly after just a short time. Camel Whisperer. That's great. I love that. The herdsman is overjoyed and invites you into his house. You share a hearty feast. After your meal, you oil your weapons and check the rest of your equipment before taking leave of your host. Nice. Oh, there's a friend here. Do we want to grab a friend now? We could make our way around the other way. Let's grab a friend now. We'll get a friend. Alright. As you approach the huts, you see a familiar figure waving to you from the middle of the village. Jackson, is that really you? What brings you here? I heard you were around here somewhere, so I thought you might need some help. Jackson's just chillin'. Maybe. What's the catch? Well, I have incurred a few expenses, if you know what I mean. Do I have to pay to get him? Yeah. Is it worth it to get him, though? Because there's another friend over there. And, like, Jackson's good, but we do have a knife guy already. I'm gonna ignore him for now. 'Cause I'll take my chances with the other friend. Alright. Before you stretches an ancient necropolis where the priests of long-forgotten gods once buried their dead. A ghostly silence hangs over the place, but as you begin exploring the mausoleums and burial vaults, you suddenly hear footsteps approaching from all sides. You have fallen into an ambush. Oh dear. Okay. There's 5 of them. Is the 5th one? Over there. Okay. There's 4 on this side, 1 on the other side. Oh god. There's High Priestess. That's annoying. I thought I saw that. Alright. Okay, 2 zombies there, cultist over there, and High Priestess over there. Alright, that's unfortunate. We're in an ambush situation as well, so we're probably just going to have everybody chill out here. This is probably for the best. Alright, I will put you here. And I will put you here. Okay. It's a little bit hazardous. We cannot get anybody from here. I would rather just hunker down, just as a precaution. Alright. Can you shoot anybody from here? You can shoot one guy. Just dink him. If you can. Nope. Alright, well, that's fine. Hunker down. And just chill for a second. Ow. 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 Poor Natalia, man, getting real beat up here. Unfortunately, I cannot shoot that guy, which is just a little sad. I can't shoot that guy either. Bummer. We can hunker down again, which is probably for the best. We can only make one more move, so better not to risk it. This is at 52. If I just go over here and bump this guy with a shotgun blast, that'll do. All right, perish. They're the real dangerous ones, or the cultists. Okay, if we go here, we'll have 3 things on each side, so we're less likely to get hit, and we can hit 2 people at once. There's a chance we can get rid of the zombie that way. And I'll bump the cultist. Ah, man, just barely. Unfortunate. Alright, well. Right. Ow. Cool. Oof. That is unfortunate. Man, Natalia's in a bad way. Use the med kit, because you have to. If you die, I won't be able to bring you back easily. Alright, that's annoying. You can hit 2 again. So just bump that one and this one. Excellent. Oh. Cool, we got a new dude. Alright, Stab or shoot? We can just shoot. But it won't do as much good, actually, than just a stab. Can Omar just punch this guy? Come here. Yep. Just a backhand, it completely destroys him. Okay. Well. No, it's better to just shoot it. Yeah. Okay. These guys explode. Yeah. Oh, I got an achievement. What was that? It said it on the upper left, I think. I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. Whatever. I'm assuming it has something to do with the amount of people you've shot with shotguns. Alright, what you got? More fuel, which is the biggest thing that we can benefit from here. Meh. Send the valuables. I don't need that shotgun. I don't really need this medkit either. I'll get rid of it. I am going to hold on to this sulfur pot. If I find a dude with a bomb, then I can keep him. Give it to him. I'm hoping for Miguel, like last time, but, you know, it's fine if we can't get him. Surrounded by canals and dense vegetation, you are reminded of how closely the lives of the ancient Egyptians were tied to the annual flooding of the Nile. If the blessed flood failed, hunger and drought would surely follow. But when the mighty river raged, it claimed its merciless tribute from old and young alike. No wonder the Egyptians were such deeply God-fearing people. That's fair, yeah. If, like, a good chunk of your life is, like, determined by chance and, like, a hope that just the environment will work out in your favor, then, yeah, I get that. When the merchant sees you, he waves to you excitedly and spreads his wares out in front of you. I need fuel, thanks. I could also do with more supplies, really. take a bunch. Do we need more ammo? We're doing all right with ammo, I think. Sell valuables. All right, done. Now we're just gonna go over there and then go back around. We've kept up with the amount of fuel that we need to do this. I think we're doing pretty all right, honestly. Oh God. Something terrible just happened. I'm sorry. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, I inhaled wrong. Alright. Salt Plain. First, all you see is a few tiny dots in the endless distance of the salt lake, but eventually you are certain. A long column of cultists is trekking through this hostile wasteland. They do not seem to have noticed you yet. Attack them, destroy them, murder them in their moment of weakness. It's probably for the best anyways. Oh, wow! There's a lot over here. Okay. There's 8. Okay. That's fine. There's 3 here. 4 there, actually. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, alright, not bad progress for, the amount of dudes here. There's, only one cultist left, which is nice. Ow. Ow. I think the first one was a miss, at least. That was nice. Right, go away. I'm gonna send her over there. Because I don't want her to be that close to everything. Omar, help a friend out. Come here. Bonk. Alright. And now we hunker down, just in case. Hopefully they're mostly just going to hit him, but I'm sure the cultist is gonna, ow, really send something over there. Why do you have to target Omar? He's the one that doesn't have the thing. Ow. Alright, whatever. How much health do you have? I don't want to risk that that's not gonna work. Ah! Oh God, what's happening? Stop, no. Okay. I have a plan. Excellent. All right. Sorry, I'm like getting really quiet when we go through those stages because I'm like trying to focus and figure out like how to do it. Make sure I don't mess up. More fuel. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, armor. Wait, is that? Yes. Excellent. Bonk. Alright, I'm gonna send that to valuables because we don't need it. We don't need it. I've been wanting her to have heavy armor. Alright. Excellent. Fantastic. Ooh, a level up. I didn't even realize. I was not paying attention. Okay. Shotgun armor shredding is better. Shotgun range. Ooh, range would be nice. And damage is higher. Ooh. Our range is pretty decent, though. Armor shredding would be great. But damage would also be better. I think damage is better. Yeah. Okay. Now it's 12 extra damage to a normal shotgun. Alright. Hopefully that'll help us out over time. Alright, done with that. We go over here. We can get our health back. That's nice. Hidden in a dry riverbed, you find a waterhole with a few date palms growing at its banks. The date palms are heavy with fruit, so you decide to take a break in the shady spot. This is the perfect place to take an extended break. Do you want to rest here? Yeah, take a break. Just chill out there for a sec. You pitch your camp. Exhausted, you allow yourself a short nap. After a short, dreamless sleep, you wake up reinvigorated. You break camp and set off again. Excellent. Alright. In the distance, you hear a wailing, many-voiced lament. Using some ruins for cover, you cautiously sneak closer to discover a group of cultists conducting some kind of ritual here. Attack them. Sorry. I'm checking the audio levels again. It really does seem fine. I think I'm worrying about it a little too much. Alright, oh. So there's 6 of them here. Where's the 6th one? The 6th one's over here. What are you? Oh, it's that one. Alright, Huh? I want Omar to take care of this one. He should be able to do without problem. There we go. And then I can move him over here. I'll deal with the other stuff first. Okay, so if I send you over here. This is gonna be a hazardous move, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Okay. Okay. Someone's definitely gonna get hit over there. Yeah, I figured. Ow. Okay. Oh god, I forgot. Whatever, it's fine. Man, this is not the best round. Whoops. Okay, hang on. Just fix your own thing first. Then come down here. Get rid of this guy. Probably... no. Alright. Well, we tried. It's fine. Hunker down, I guess, just in case he aims for you. That way it won't be as bad. Ah, nice. Alright. Help out with that. Bonk. Cool. Thanks. No. Can't get you from there. Can get you. Come here. Shanked. Alright. Excellent. Reload and leave. Ooh! Another nice assault rifle. That's cool. Okay. Now we can get to the unvisited location, finally. Oh, it's just a place for ammunition. Bummer. I am a bit low, honestly. I'll take 40 ammunition, sure. Alright, now we just have to run our way back. We'll stop by this camp while we're over here. Take a break. Get some rest. Everyone gets healed up. Then we leave. Continue onwards. Well, we're not too far away from where we were fuel-wise when we were here to begin with, so... could be worse. Wasn't too bad of a trip. Alright. A lone hut. You find a wind-blown hut among a few ancient, barely recognizable graves. As you approach, you feel the hair on your hackles rising. Large puddles of blood have congealed in the sand around the hut, turning it a reddish brown. You see bones and skull fragments, as well as scraps of cloth that might come from German uniforms. A rotten wooden door squeaks on its hinges. Hinges. Why does that word sound incorrect? Hinges. No, I'm saying that right. What? That was weird. I feel like I had a sense of deja vu, but the opposite, where I feel like I just totally forgot something. Whatever, okay, a rotten wooden door squeaks on its hinges. Probably just from a gust of wind, but to your ears it sounds like a warning. Search the hut, see what happens. Will we die? Who's to say? As expected, a search of the cabin reveals nothing. You suddenly feel strange. The hairs stand up on the back of your necks. I mean, if we had that, we would, but we don't, so let's leave. An old bunker. The bunker is half hidden among the sand dunes. It has been overrun. The entire bunker crew lies dead. The silence is broken only by the buzzing of the flies. You climb over the torn and mangled bodies You climb over the torn and mangled bodies and start to explore the strange structure. Once inside, a horde of vile creatures leap at you as you enter the room. Unsurprisingly, it's zombies, again. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. 7. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Not super complicated. This is a doable situation, I guess. Okay. They can handle the ones at this end. Okay. They seem like they're just normal zombies, though, which is nice. I, don't think I have to worry about them sending, globs of spit at me, which is cool. Very swift change of plans. Ow. Ow. I don't think I can just shank this guy, which is unfortunate. Okay. Not so bad. I feel like that was actually a really ideal scenario there. That went pretty well. Alright, nice. More supplies. Fantastic. Oh, what are you? Ooh! A medical thing. Is this better than yours? It is. Nice. What? No, go away. Fuck off. Alright. Send the valuables. I'm not gonna hold on to that. Okay. Continue. Oh, there's something else in here. You stand over the remains of your enemies when a sudden clattering noise in the next room makes you jump. You find a Nazi officer hiding among the files and overturned map tables. You notice a closed safe door with a combination lock in the wall behind him. Not another step or I'll call for reinforcements. You quickly overpower the man. Unfortunately, he cannot tell you anything because he hid as soon as he heard the first sounds of a fight. I mean, we could try to interrogate the officer. We can't threaten him right now, and we can't search the room. But we can examine the safe, which I'm gonna do anyways. The officer refuses to cooperate, so you tie him up. I'll handle this. Natalia puts her ear to the safe and carefully turns the dial. With a quiet click, the safe swings open. Sorry, by the way, I turned it down some, but, I usually have a fan on really strong in this room. It's getting hot. It gets warm here in Florida, but, I turned it down a little so you wouldn't have to hear as much whirring sound, but you're definitely going to hear it from my laptop. Sorry, I can't help that. My laptop's just loud. Anyways, with a quiet click, the safe swings open. I don't know if you can actually hear that, but, you know, just in case you can. Ooh, fancy things. Is this better than what we have? Not as good as what you have. What about you? Ooh. This one is better than what you have. We can get rid of that. Alright. Cool. Done. Fantastic. Alright. We're gonna go there and then go that way. Somewhere in the desert, an old altar appears over the next dune. All the dried blood is making you feel uneasy, and you move on. It's just like, ooh, scary. You leave. The customs officers appear to have run out of gas during their cross-country trip. Are you interested in trading for some ammunition? No, not particularly. I'm mostly full, and I don't have a lot of gas. I'm good, thanks. Bye. Alright, we go this way now. Yeah, we only have 7 left. Hopefully we'll run into some more as we go. We should, but you know, it's purely luck-based. A group of cultists are camped among the ruins. They have seen you and jump up with murderous intent. Cool. Always happy to get in a fight. Okay. 6. Okay, 2 cultists and a high priestess. Okay. Where are they? 5. Huh? Where's the 6th one? Ah, 6. Okay, so the 1 cultist over here, cultist here alongside the high priestess, and 4, not 4, 3 zombies. Alright. He can handle this by himself. The zombies just take a turn to growl. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Alright. At least we got one of them. Like, dinking the high priestess. We want to get rid of that one fast. They hurt. Can you get him? 65% chance. Fuck. Damn. Luck is not on our side this time. Well. Ow. 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 Fuck. The high priestess hurts so much. We're gonna have to take the risk. We gotta get rid of this one. Alright, fuck off, please. Oh, hey. Thanks. Alright, go over here. Hi. Perish. I could keep her here. We can get rid of a zombie. Let's get one of the one that's closest to Omar. Would probably benefit us the most, and hunker down for a bit. Let's reduce damage while we sit here. Nice. Okay. First of all, Ferrara's gonna come over here. Bonk. Perish. Yeah. We'll waste a shot. It's fine. Ah, that was weird. Alright. Cool. Not the best round, but, you know, it could have been worse. We didn't die, which is the important thing. I'm, like, inhaling weird today. I feel like I'm sick. I think I have a cold. I'm not feeling great. Yeah, I've actually got a bit of a headache, and I'm, like, really messed up. My nose is all weird. So, sorry about that. Anyways, some village ruins. As you walk around the ruined walls, a cultist sentry spots you and sounds the alarm. You have startled a group of Brotherhood cultists who are camping here. Cool. Alright. There's only 4 of them. And there's only 1 cultist, actually. That's not so bad. Alright. There. There. Go there. It's fine. Alright. Rara can go over here. Just bump off this cultist real fast. Nourish. We need a better knife. Can we shoot these guys from here? We can. Take the shot. Nice. Oh, right. I forgot that it did that. Lol. I forgot that the pole one actually dies when everything else is dead already. Whoops. Well, whatever. Moving on. Hello. Person who joined. Ooh, nice things. Nice things! Look at that. Man. But yeah, hi person who joined the chat. Feel free to just, you know, talk about whatever in the chat, you know. Like a normal human being. I swear, everyone who comes in here is always boring. No one talks about anything. Or if they do, it's just like a singular question and then they fuck off. Alright. A ruined temple. A weird chanting rises from the depths of the secluded temple complex. You ready your weapons and decide to get to the bottom of this mystery. You sneak up unseen on several cultists trying... whoops. You sneak up unseen on several cultists lying around in the cool temple interior in some kind of trance. Attack them. I don't care about what they're doing. All I know is that I want them dead. Nice. An advantage. Okay. Where are they? Whoa! That's a lot of them. Jesus. Well, there's only one actual cultist here. Who is somewhere. Where the fuck? Where is the priestess? Over here. Okay. I'll just... do that. Okay. Alright. I need, before we start sending you forward, to do that. And then I'll move him here, I guess. I need you to get rid of this priestess immediately, because they fucking hurt. Go away. Fuck off. Yep, alright, great. Now, Natalia can go here. There's a wall there, so that's nice. Yeah. Go over there. Puts you real close to them, but, you know. Alright. Hopefully nothing bad happens in this turn. Right. Ow. Okay. Hang on. Back over here first. Let's repair. Bonk. Fuck off. Ferreira can go over here and bump this guy. Perish. Alright. I think that was just a zombie. I didn't need to shoot it, but whatever. I've already done it. It's too late now. Okay, now this is a problem. We're really close to a dangerous situation here. Thankfully, though, they are just zombies, so, you know, it could be much worse. I think I'm gonna send her over here and shoot them from here. Just to be safe. You. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. It's not so bad. We can handle it as long as we don't have to continue. I'm pretty sure they poison you, so, you know, if we can get rid of these zombies first, we'll be good. Alright, first of all, I don't have any more repair kit, though, which is unfortunate. But whatever. I could just double shot these two. Fuck off. Okay. Wasn't so bad. Was handled. It was alright. It was just a surprisingly large number of them in there. Okay, what we got? Ooh, more armor. Is it better than some of the stuff we got? More supplies, too, which is great. Alright, let's see. Who's got what? Oh. Wait, what? Right. Wasn't in my team for that one. What? Wait, my brain is like frying. What is happening with the numbers here? What's going on? Oh, is it just because the repair is lower? What? Wait. Oh, does he have a thing that makes it better? The armor? Is that what's happening? I can't fucking tell. But this one has better vitality and the exact same stats, so like, there's no reason to use that one. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. I mean, nah, I'll get rid of it. Okay. I was thinking, I was like, we could just give it to somebody else back home, but like, it's kind of annoying. Maybe as we go forward a bit further, we'll worry about that a bit more, but meh. It's not even a glowy one, so meh. Alright, somewhere in the desert, you're racing along the endless desert track when suddenly a massive jet of steam and hot water shoots out of the front of your Jeep and splashes against your windshield. Your radiator is boiled over. You step on the brakes and get out to investigate the damage. Fortunately, the engine is in good working order. You take a forced brake and look for the radiator cap in the desert sand as you wait for the engine to cool down. With new water in the cooler, you continue your journey. Just a slight scare real fast. We're at 7 fuel. That's a little bit scary. You find the remains of a nondescript desert shrine. Sun, sand, and weather have etched deep lines into the stone. Oh. Nice. I literally was just talking about that. Thanks. At least we have enough to make it to the exit point. The mud huts on your right appear lifeless in the desert sand. No human voices welcome you. There is no bleating of sheep in the distance. Not even the barking of dogs to mark your approach. An initial inspection confirms your suspicions. The inhabitants of the village have abandoned their homes, and it looks like they left in a terrible panic. Oh god. A search of the huts reveals nothing, but you do find a strange structure that sets your hair on end. Surrounded by unspeakable offerings, a malignant-looking statue of an enthroned pharaoh. The evil emanating from the pitch-black basalt statue is palpable. You can palp it. This is a dumb reference. The statue's eyes follow you with an imperious leer, giving you an intense feeling of unease. You do not breathe easy again until you have clear skies above you, leaving the baleful gaze of Turish Ra far behind. The Brotherhood has obviously been here before you. You just hope the villagers got to safety in time. Well, probably not. Let's be real here. You stumble across a recently abandoned nomad camp. You search what little the wind, the sun, and the desert animals have left behind. Nice, thanks. Always happy for more supplies. And now we can grab a friend. We skipped out on Jackson earlier, but we're gonna have to pick up Bellamy at this point. Like, we need another person. So, we can replace him later if we find Miguel or something, but, you know. From afar, you see a bulky, colorful silhouette flapping in the desert wind. What is it? A tent? A sail? As you approach, you realize it's a parachute. Next to it, you see Bellamy sitting comfortably on the crest of a dune. When he sees you, he gets up and walks slowly towards you. This desert sun is terrible for the plane. I was looking for you, but the engine overheated. Fortunately, I never fly without my parachute. It's a habit that has saved my skin on more than one occasion. So what do you think? Could you use an extra hand? I mean, I could. It's always good to have another person. And Bellamy hasn't really been out anyways. And he does find more fuel, which is nice. We're a bit low. Alright. Okay. Is there anything we can do for Bellamy? Not really. We need to get better armor for him. But outside of that, we'll just have to let him chill. This is good. We need more fuel. We're getting pretty low. Alright. The entrance to the temple in front of you has been smashed in. You enter the building with weapons drawn. Once inside, your suspicions are confirmed. You find a group of cultists preparing a ritual. They have seen you. Man, I love looking at the settings and, like, how great the pixelated art is. Like, can you imagine the amount of effort that got put into making all of this? It's so cool looking. Alright, sorry, I just wanted to take a second to admire that. Okay. 7, 1 priestess, and then 6 zombies. Well, 3 zombies and 3 infected, which is annoying, but alright. 2 of the infected are there, the other infected is over there. It's one of the zombies, the priestess, the other zombie. What? Where's the other zombie? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Alright. We need to get rid of the priestess as soon as possible, but we also really could do with getting rid of the infected. There's no real point to go the other way. Someone's got to get rid of that zombie. Okay. How far can the disintegrator shoot again? Right. Really far. Great. Okay. Anyways, let's see. I want Pereira to go and stab that zombie, but I don't know if he can. I don't particularly want him to shoot it either. I might just leave him here and wait for the zombie to come over. Okay, wait. Can you get that? Get him. Only a 48% chance to get these ones, but actually, we can try to get that one. Ah, damn. Okay, then we can move him over here instead. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. Ow. I just got that armor back, man. Oh god. I forgot the priestess could do that. Well, it's better than the priestess hitting us, honestly. Okay. Can you get the priestess from here? Real quick shot. Not dead. Unfortunate. Nice. Excellent. Alright. Really need you to move out of the way. Great. Alright, that worked out. It wasn't so bad. I could have moved Omar there, and I totally forgot to do that, but, you know, that's my bad. Okay. Oops. Let's just bring you back here. Come here. Think that one. Okay. Omar, come here, please. Use the repair kit again. Natalia's armor's down. I just shoot him from here? 70% chance. Nice. Bellamy can't quite hit that guy from here, but he can from here. He can handle it. Bonk. There we go. Excellent. Not bad. Ooh. Now we get a light armor improvement. Man. Well, we will hold on to this because I feel like I do not have enough luck to get a lot of light armor stuff. So. Man, Bellamy though, slacking, not getting us any extra fuel. What the hell? We've only got 4 left. Alright. An old waterhole. Vultures circle the rocks. That's never a good sign in this inhospitable wilderness. With weapons drawn, you carefully approach a dried-up waterhole that you spotted among the rocks from afar. The startled vultures take flight, croaking their displeasure and exposing the scene at the rudimentary camp. You see various signs of an uneven fight. Battered wooden crates, a slashed backpack, and the mortal remains of a man in a tropical suit. His body is perforated with multiple stab wounds. Tropical suit. I can't tell what he actually looks like. It's just a blob. From like this distance. In the dead man's chest pocket, you find a folded newspaper article entitled Shocking Blood Rites in the Egyptian Desert, written by a certain Percy Ashton. Murder by poison, kidnapping, and blackmail. The Konesh Brotherhood's atrocities have terrorized our beautiful metropolis over the last few weeks. Who are the sinister powers behind this secret society? Rumors point to men of influence and prestige, but we do not wish to trouble our readers with speculation. The only thing that is certain is that the Konesh Brotherhood are increasingly moving their activities to the Middle East now that our police authorities are on their heels. You search the dead man's belongings and find a British passport. The murdered man was Percy Ashton himself. The reporter was probably following a hot lead when the Brotherhood got to him. You bury the man and swear to make those fanatics pay for his murder. Second area. This is much farther than I got last time. The Nubian border. After your exhausting journey through the endless Egyptian desert, you finally cross the border into Sudan. Ancient Nubia. This place is the deepest south. The highlands of Meroe was once the ancestral seat of the lost kings of Kush or Kush, and I don't know which one it's supposed to be pronounced as. I'm going to leave it alone. At the remote, dusty customs post, a scene of horror awaits you. Somebody, or something, attacked the officials, leaving nothing but death and devastation. You search the squalid mud hut, but find no survivors. This is just heads on sticks. In the courtyard, you see the rusted wreck of a car. The tank still appears to have a little gasoline. You search the customs post and take what little you can find. I am always happy to get more gas, regardless of the circumstances. Then you continue your journey. You are all the more determined that the godless disciples of Turesh Ra pay for their crimes once and for all. Oh. Realm of Torment. Yep, new zone. Alright. A bit more fuel, some ammo, supplies. We are really low on fuel, man. Alright. How far away? Ooh, man, this is a sizable distance to go. And, like, as cool as it would be to make our way over there, like, now. Look, I know we haven't been streaming super long today. But also, I think I actually do have a cold. I am not feeling good. Like, I'm not feeling great today. Should I stay? I don't know. Bellamy leveled up. Let's take a second to look at that while I think about it. I'm, like, getting real tired, honestly. I started late and everything. Man. Okay. I can probably get through this. It's fine. Alright. We've only been in for an hour and 60 minutes. It's better to keep going. Alright. Let's see. How do we want to take this? We can head down to the trade place. There's another possible friend this way. We could just skimp over that one and head down here. Depending on the amount of fuel we have by the time we reach over here, we might go back up for that, but otherwise, I think we'll just head down here. Like, okay, so we'll go down here, we'll pop over there, go over there, up that, and then go back this way. Go through those over to there, and then back over here. And then if we have enough fuel to manage it, we'll go up here, grab that, and then come back down. Alright. I think that's our charted course for the time being. The men of the desert patrol... The men of the desert patrol eye you with initial suspicion. When you introduce yourselves, their leader explains, "You cannot be too careful these days. We were sent to investigate a rumor. Pure superstition, no more than that." One of the men interjects excitedly. "The wise men of my tribe all agree. The return of the cursed pharaoh is just the first step. I say we must go to the Black Pyramid to stop this. We can do nothing here in the desert." The officer looks uncomfortable. "As I said, a pure superstition, nothing more." You exchange a few words, then continue on your way. There is no need to discuss your plans further. Okay. Ahead of you rise the remains of a half-ruined Nubian steep pyramid. The unusually inclined tombs are like miniature versions of the mighty structures built by the Egyptians in the Nile Delta. You cannot help but think of the fate suffered by the kings of Kush when, I swear it's Kush, but I don't know. When they rose up against the faceless priest. Perhaps one of them lies entombed here. Who's to say? I appreciate the history lesson, but also, can I fight someone now? I need more fuel. I'm running out. Around the next corner, you discover a recently built tent. The skulls strewn on the ground are enough to make you leave this place quickly. Great. Alright, you arrive exhausted at the oasis and discover that a traveler has already set up camp here. The trader waves you over enthusiastically. Thank you for the fuel. I really need it. I don't need any more supplies, thank you though. I will sell my valuables. Alright. Let me go back up over there. We only got 7 fuel. Man, we are low. Oh great, a fight. A rambling, deserted graveyard sprawls across the desert sand in front of you. Deserted? Was that a movement in the shadows? All of a sudden, a group of cultists jump out from behind a tomb. It sounds like a scene out of Scooby-Doo. Like, walk up to this graveyard place, and suddenly, like, a bunch of cultists just, like, hop out like, ha-ha! Like, pounce on you. Okay, there's only 5. There's 2 there. What are those? Those are both of the cultists. Okay, cool. I think? Wait, are they the cultists? Yes. That's zombie. That's other one. That's other zombie. Okay. I'm pretty sure those are the cultists. I've got to say that that's what's happening here. Put you here. I'm gonna put you over there. You can be there. You can be there. It's fine. They might come after us. It's alright. They usually just run away, though, on the first turn. So it's not a big deal. Okay. Can't go there. Can go here. Oh, fuck. That's annoying. Alright, For fuck's sake. Oh my god. Really, guys? Okay, well, that's annoying. I think Natalia can handle everything that's on the right. It's not like there's a lot left. Alright, thought I'd give it a try. Didn't work out. No one can hit these 2. That's ridiculous. Ow. Ow. Right. Okay. Man, you're being a bit of a pain, my guy. Being a little annoying. You know? Just a tad. Well, we're stuck, but that's fine. Ah, fuck. We missed. She just dodged that? I looked away for like a second, I swear. Oh, that was everything. Well. I should have had Omar repair his armor. My bad. Whatever. We'll do it next round. Okay. What have we got? Oh, there's a friend next to us. Okay. Excellent. More fuel. Thank you. Oh, we don't need any more supplies. Right. Ooh. That's a nice one. I will hold on to it at least. Hello. Who's this friend? As you approach the village, you hear the shouting of an angry crowd. A furious mob has gathered in front of one of the houses. You make out the village chief and speak to him. What's going on here? The people have caught a con artist in the act, and now they want blood. You assess the situation. Isn't that Baron? He also recognizes you and waves frantically. It's all just a misunderstanding. Get me out of here. Omar talks insistently with the village elder. You catch fragments of a language you do not understand. Finally, Omar turns to you with relief. I think we have come to an agreement. Great. Okay. So Baron is the sniper. Okay. He's cheap. So the question here is, do we want to keep him? What are Baron's skills? The trickster event, and he finds more money, which is nice, but also we do need more fuel. And Bellamy doesn't really open up any, like, extra event stuff, just finds more fuel. Which is fine, but, like, we usually find fuel anyways. I don't know, am I willing to take the risk? And, like, Baron's not the best. The sniper one's okay, but there's a lot of chance for missing from far away still. But that does give us another person with a knife, which is useful in the zombie fights, because then we have to use less ammunition. Not that it's a big deal, but, you know. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll dismiss Bellamy. Alright. We'll switch over to Baron, at least for now. Okay, here. Better armor. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, I wanted to look at something real fast. Okay, anyways, moving on. I really hope we don't run out of fuel before we can reach the destination. That'll make me real sad. Alright. You see suspicious movements at the base of the oddly angular Nubian tomb. You sneak closer and peer carefully over the crest of the dune. A few oblivious cultists have pitched their camp here. Open fire. Murder them. Destroy them. Feeling murderous this afternoon. Alright, how many? There's only 5. Okay, that's a zombie. I think that's a cultist. That's the other cultist. And those are the 2 zombies. Okay. Let's see. There. Just send them in a line. You never really get hit on the first one anyways. Alright. Oh man, I should have actually sent him over here to get that zombie with a knife. Bummer. Alright, whatever. Fuck it. Get rid of this cultist first. It's good to get rid of them early. I want Omar to use the repair kit on himself. Real fast. And then you can go over here, because I don't think those blow up, so it's probably safe. Nice. Just dink him a little. Alright. Over here. Should be able to get this guy from here. Okay. Ow. For fuck's sake. Alright, come here. Oh, he's not dead. Bummer. Well. I haven't had him do anything else, I don't think. Come here. Great. That one might hit Baron. Yeah. Ow, fuck. That hurt. Damn. Wound up being the real MVP, even though he got real fucked up the entire way through. I'm gonna have to deal with his armor the next turn. Well, not the next turn. The next, like, fight. Whatever. You know what I meant. Oh, what is this? Oh, a medium one. It's, like, decent. And more fuel. Fantastic. Alright. Next location. It's gonna be expensive getting all the way back around. I mean, I guess we don't have to, but, you know. That entire, like, swoop up there would cost a lot anyways. An old mine. The Brotherhood has seized control of the old abandoned mine. They appear to be preparing an unholy ritual here. Helpless, you cower in the shadows as the cultist chanting grows louder. They have gathered around a clay idol and are repeatedly prostrating themselves in the dust before the idol. It's probably best to just start a fight. Maybe. Let's not risk the gamble and let's just attack them straight out. Alright, we got the advantage. Great. Oh, there's water. This is a wet mine. Okay, whoa. There's a lot of dudes. There's 3 down here. 2 of the infected and just a zombie. The other infected is there and the priestess is over here. Okay. Put you there. You that way as well. Alright, first of all, fix that. And yeah, fuck it. Do first aid. Alright. Just a little bit of extra health. To help out a little. Okay. Not great cover, but we can make an attempt at shooting both of them if we go over here. Fine. Probably gonna get hit either way, so best to try. There we go. Okay. Now, first of all, can we hit someone from here? Yes, we can. Okay. Man, you do so little damage, bro. Dink that one. Yeah. Alright, end turn. Ow. Ooh, it missed. Great. Oh, hello, you came closer. Great. Oh, jeez. Just straight up dead. Damn. This is gonna hurt if I stay over here. We're gonna move. Get rid of that one. The zombies hurt, but it's better to get rid of them. I can move him out of the way. The only one who's gonna get hit then is Omar. Unless it chases after Baron, but I doubt that it will. Yep. Right. Now you can come back. Not ranged attack. That would be a waste of bullets. Just shank them. I don't have enough. Yeah, do first aid on yourself. You hurt just a little. Really need to repair Natalia's armor, but whatever. Go over here. Bump this guy. There we go. Huh. There we go. Alright, what you got for me? Whoa, a nice knife. Neat. Okay. Yoink. No fuel, which is a little unfortunate, but I guess that's what I get for making Bellamy go back home. Okay. Ooh. The crit chance is decreased. Crit strength increase. I really want to be able to use shadow events, though. It stabs better, but the rest of the things... I'd rather just replace Baron's one with this one. Yeah, I'll do that. We can just get rid of that. Send to valuables. We don't need it. I'm gonna send that to valuables too. It's not worth it to keep it unless it has a glow. Or unless I can use it immediately. Okay. So. Do I want to go this way? Because I don't have a lot of fuel. And we know that it's going to cost 2 to get out back over on track over here. But if we go this way, we're at least guaranteed to get over here. If we go the other way... I feel like going back this way is actually a bit faster to get to the destination. We'll go back this way. Take the risk. Alright, we only got 4 more fuel left. Hopefully we'll pick up some. Or wandering around. Ooh, there's a place to shop. I saw it. Okay. The small village seems deserted, but then you hear muffled hammering. You follow the sound and come to a small workshop. Its owner, a tinker, is so absorbed in his work that he only notices you when you are standing in front of him. You enter into conversation, and the man invites you to a simple meal. When his gaze falls on your worn clothes, he touches reproachfully and insists on mending them. You enjoy your host's date cakes and mint tea and swap travelers' tales while the tinker fixes your clothes and equipment. We've been here before. By the time you take your leave, your clothes are as good as new. You thank him profusely, but the tinker gestures modestly. Excellent! We needed more armor stuff anyways. That's great, because I'm pretty sure Natalia didn't have any left. Alright, trade. Yes, give me fuel. Thank you so much. Take my valuables. Do I need anything else? Not really. I don't think so. I'd rather just pick things up. Alright. Let's go this way, because it's gonna cost just as much to go the other way. From a distance, you spot the dilapidated hut alone in the wilderness. Sorry. As you approach the hut, loud shouts and strange guttural growls warn you that you are not alone. Okay. 5. There's 3 there. And there's 2 up here. Which one's up here? So cultist and 2 infected. Okay. Guess I need to deal with that. And the rest can come over here. Cultist ran away, alright. But, we're still just as close to him as before. Can we just stab him? Nah. Oh. Guaranteed death. That's what we want. Alright, can Baron shoot somebody from here? Is it gonna actually work if we do? That's a 100% chance of hit. Alright. Just dink him a little. Can't do anything else, really. Send Omar over here. Probably gonna get punched in a second, but, you know. Get rid of the cultists, because those guys hurt. Nice! Got rid of the one that's closest, at least. Could use a bit more health. We'll fix that. Alright, sure. You can just reload. Might as well. Oh, went for Pereira. That's annoying. Ow. Oh, whatever. You can deal with it. Man, we just got this armor sorted out, man. It's already gotten messed up again. My cat was having a nightmare. Sorry. I moved over a bit just to pet her real fast. Man, we are finding everything but fuel now that Bellamy's gone. Do we regret it? Nah, not really. Okay. Continuing onwards. When you ask the men about the Brotherhood of Konash, they lead you excitedly to the hut of an old man whom they consider a mystic. You doubt that he is in his right mind, but here you are. The old man's wrinkled face is almost completely obscured by thick smoke from his water pipe. The heavy, cloying scent of apples and sweet decay assaults your senses and almost overwhelms you. With a trembling voice, the old man begins to speak, tentatively, as if wrestling for every word. I saw it in my dreams. Oh yes, a pyramid, black as night, black as the souls of those deep within it, who seek to bring about the end of the world. I see it. They are very close to achieving their evil plans. Soon, yes, soon, the stars will align, and his reign will come. The old man begins to stammer and flings himself twitching to the ground. The men hastily usher you out of the hut. The strange old man's words ring in your ears. Weird, but okay. Just going to ignore that, not worry about it. Moving on. At first glance, the village seems deserted, but you soon discover the reason for the ghostly silence that blankets this place. An unknown enemy has brutally slaughtered the villagers. Their mutilated remains lie scattered in the blood-soaked sand. You are shaken by the sheer brutality of the massacre. Who or what could have caused such a bloodbath? Look for survivors, creep into the houses. Now, probably look for survivors. At least, give it a check. In one of the huts, you find a wounded young man. You quickly attend to his wounds and staunch the bleeding. Those monsters! They attacked us! We didn't stand a chance! You learn that the man has relatives nearby and decide to take him there. Good for him, he lived. The boy's family is overjoyed. They invite you to stay with them and rest for a while. Cool. That's nice, we needed some health stuff. When you are ready to leave, the farmer wordlessly hands you an old, half-full gas canister. You thank him and set off again in good spirits. Thank you for the gas! Yes, excellent, 3 gasoline. I appreciate it so much. My voice got really weird there. Sorry about that. A single sheep passes near your jeep. The rhyming. After a quick stop, you drive off. Wait. Somewhere in the desert, a single sheep passes near your jeep. After a quick stop, you drive off. Why did we stop for the sheep? Did we just stop to say hello and then wander away? I mean, I guess that's exciting. It's a sheep. That's nice. Do we want to try and see if there's a friend here? Is it worth it to go and see if there's a friend here? Because, like, the only friend I would really want to take instead is, like, Miguel. But even then, Miguel's not the best, and Baron's been holding his own pretty well. We'll just go down. It's fine. We already have a friend, and he's okay. A hot and merciless wind blows over the rocky Nubian desert. You feel like you're being literally dried alive. This murderous drought is caused by the rugged ridges to the east that block the Nubian desert from the rains of the Red Sea. You curse silently, but grit your teeth and move on. Okay, so here's the question here. Do we trust that we'll have enough fuel to get all the way over here and back? Or do we just go forward? Because, like, I feel like we might be better off just going forward. Because, like, we've gotten a pretty decent amount of stuff from here. And, like, I think we'll be able to survive getting there and everything once we reach the destination. But we might not be able to make it, like, if we go over there and not get extra fuel on the way. So it's probably better just to go. Like, as great as it would be to go and see all of the other locations and everything, I think we should just prioritize getting there. The bumpy dirt track leads you through rocky terrain when a turnoff appears on your left. It is obviously a dead end that stops not far from a rock face. But wait, what's that? An old mine entrance? Sure, inspect the mine entrance and see what the gambling gives us. After a dozen steps, the tunnel ends in a blank rock face. A shaft dug into the ground leads into the depths, surrounded by a pile of rubble from old wooden beams and bobbins. Everything around you seems derelict and dilapidated. Repair the winch. With a few competent actions, Natalia returns the winch to working order. With a sinking feeling, you lower yourself into the unknown. Bitter disappointment awaits you below. The tunnel has collapsed. The only way out is back up the shaft. Then your eyes fall on a dusty wooden box lying inconspicuously among the rubble. Ooh. What did we find? A ton of fuel. Thank you. Is this meant to be a sign to go back? Just to get back here is already 8 fuel, though. I don't want to take the risk, man. We'll at least go the long way, I guess, to see if we find more stuff. Bless you. I hear she sneeze. The desert wind howls past the dismal abandoned hut. Just as you reach it, the flimsy door is flung open. A few cultists were hiding here and are now rushing you. Okay. Oh, God. To be fair, I do also kind of want to end the stream soon, so I'm excited for us to finish this map. I'm also just excited to be able to get to the end for once. I've yet to do that. This will be exciting. Okay. Which one's the cultists? That's not cultist. I think that's zombie. Yeah, these are the 2 cultists. Okay. We got blindsided, and I forget what that does. Okay. It's fine. It's not like it's super far away from where they would be either way. Can you just shoot this guy from here? Yes. Okay. We only have 1 move right now anyways. Can you shoot 2 or just 1? Technically you can shoot 2, but I think it's probably better just to get the 1. Dink. Alright. I want you to repair his armor. And you... I could do this. Go for it. Alright. I was hoping you'd get the cultist. Ow! Everyone's armor got messed up. Great. Okay, great. Hang on. Let's just over here. Oh, wait. Well, whatever. Yeah. Can you get him? Great. Okay. So yeah, I'll Omar. Fix your own armor first. I'll let you to just take a shot. There we go. Oh man. Getting tired already. It's only like 5:30 or whatever. Oh. It's not glowing, so I'm not sure if it would be better. Nah, it's not. I figured. I'm gonna sell you. Go away. Alright, done. Okay, continuing. The featureless burial chamber ends in a small claustrophobic room with a sealed sarcophagus in the center. Oh. Thanks. Alright. Oh, I could have gone up there. Whatever. Oh. Well. Nah, I'm good, thanks. Alright, we'll just go. Yeah, alright. We reached the end. We didn't explore as much as I would have liked, but that's okay. We were really low on fuel. I didn't want to risk losing all the stuff in our car. Repellent and awe-inspiring, the obsidian pyramid towers over the inhospitable Nubian stone desert. This must be it. The legendary temple of Turash Ra, the Black Pharaoh. Will you get there in time to prevent the unholy ritual? Maybe. I don't know. It took a while to get here. Oh. A monotonous chanting lures you deeper and deeper into the temple. You scurry from cover to cover until the winding passages finally bring you to a spacious hall. Hidden behind some stone blocks, you have an excellent vantage point, but your blood runs cold in your veins when you see the scene before you. What is it? A black screen! Absolute terror. Oh. Several crevices run through the hall. Behind the crevices, countless cultists crowd together, swaying as if in a trance. Their ecstatic singing fills the entire temple complex and echoes in your ears. Right in front of you, the High Priestess of the Brotherhood stands in front of a gigantic stone sarcophagus. Her most loyal acolytes surround her. At a gesture from her, a small procession begins. 7 cultists approach the sarcophagus, each of them bearing an ornate ceremonial jar. Is it the bits of the pharaoh? You gasp. Those jars must contain the embalmed organs of the Black Pharaoh. Yep. If they are reunited with the mummy of Turash Ra, his resurrection will be inevitable. Really? Some of the cultist leaders are already raising the stone lid of the sarcophagus. Whack. Oh. There goes Natalia, just sprinting. Shanked? Whose knife is that? While you're still deciding what to do, Natalia jumps forward with a loud battle cry. She charges one of the jar bearers and strikes him down. Before the other cultists can react, Natalia has already taken 2 other jar bearers by surprise. Their jars bake. Sorry. That was mean. Sorry, developers. Anyways, their jars break and hiss in the glowing embers of an overturned brazier. Oh no, they do bake. Oh no, I'm the dumb one. Sad. Aw, I thought I was being mean, and I wasn't. I was being mean to myself because I'm stupid and didn't read the rest of the sentence. I feel like I do that too often. I need to finish what I'm reading before I decide on what's happening there. Their jars bake and hiss in the glowing embers of an overturned brazier. God. I'm gonna stick with my defense of I'm sick, and that's why I didn't realize what was happening. Oh. A low moan passes through the cultist crowd on the other side of the gorge. The High Priestess screams and raises her arms in supplication. The ground trembles as she invokes her infernal servants. There is no turning back now. You draw your weapons. I suppose I really shouldn't have expected them to make a mistake like that. They've done a very good job of making sure that all of the the text is, like, well written throughout this entire game. So that was my bad for being rude to the developers. Wow, there's a lot of them. Okay, how many are there? There's 4 zombies, which are one there, another there. Where's the 4th one? 4. 3 cultists, which are level 3. Wow. And the 2 spore bearers, which will die once the zombies do. And the high priestess, who is way over here, which is incredibly inconvenient. Alright, well, there's no real point in leaving everyone there, so we'll just put them all here. It's fine if it's the enemy turn. They very rarely actually attack you on the first turn. Yeah, they're just gonna get closer. Okay. Well, I can't tell if this is wall or not. Baron goes over here. Baron can smack the priestess, which would be useful. Send Baron this way. Can you get him? Ugh. That's annoying. Ambush. I want it to just be the priestess. Protect Baron. If Baron gets smacked, that's gonna be a problem for us. Alright, over here. That does mean we need to get rid of the cultists. Rid of that one. Please don't hit Baron. Please just throw something at them or something. Ow. Excellent. I mean, not great that we got hit, but it stopped the priestess, which was our highest priority there, really. Okay, we need to start making progress over to there. Baron can use ambush again, so halt the priestess. Once more. Don't let her move. It'll be a problem for us. Alright, let's see. Bro killed his own zombie. Man, rude. Fuck. Alright, fine. That was a waste. Fortunate. Reload. You can go over here. Just stab him. Guaranteed we don't want the cultist around. We can deal with everything else, but that's going to be a problem. Okay. Okay, wait. Nice. Okay. Yep, go. Ow. Oh god, is Omar gonna die? Ugh. Please don't hit Omar. Okay. The priestess is over there. Like, a ways away. Okay. Let's see. I can't get both of them from here. Okay, wait. Hang on. Cancel that. No, I'll do that. Wait. Okay. I really need her to heal him. I can bring Omar back. Come here. should have shot them first. Whatever. Repair. Medkit. Ooh. Nice. Oh, fuck. I was really hoping that would get rid of that one. Whatever. If we send him over here, though, then he can shotgun blast these two. Excellent. Alright. That got rid of that one. We should be able to reach the priestess from here. Hopefully with ambush again. Yep, excellent. Alright. There. Okay. Oh, it ate a corpse. Yep, bonker. Great. Stop the priestess at all costs. She hurts a lot. You need her to stay down. Alright, how close can you get? You are out of ammo. That's unfortunate. Reload. Okay. We're gonna need Baron to use ambush again. Keep the priestess still. Okay. I can just get rid of you. There. Yep, last one. I'll send Omar over vaguely in that direction just to offer a bit of an assist. Should it be necessary. Things go, like, horrifically wrong. Great. Okay. I think we can take down the priestess with just let's see. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Alright. Aren't we cool? Alright, what we got? Ooh, fancy things. Ooh, more better armor. That's cool. Okay. I'll just hold on to all of this. Breathing heavily, you stand over your defeated foes. As if from afar, you hear the excited babble of voices and the echoes of countless feet on the stone floor. The cultists! Now every second counts. What are we gonna do? Do we set them on fire? We already destroyed the organs, so I guess they can't really do anything anyways. No, we're just escaping. Our job is done. We cooked their organs, and now we don't have to do anything else. Oh. Oh, fuck. Yeah. You rush through the endless corridors of the temple. As you throw yourselves into your jeep, the cultists pour out of the temple like a human flood.
Your engine roars as you leave the pyramid behind forever. Turashra will never see the light of day again.
Nice. I was pretty close to the correct pronunciation, if that is the correct pronunciation. Nice. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I think we did a pretty good job. For, like, the first time properly going through this one. We actually made it to the end, so that's cool. Alright. And now that's enough of that. My head really hurts. I'm tired. I'm not feeling great, so I'm gonna end the stream with that on a positive note. We made it through one map, and there's 2 left, I think. I think there's 2 more adventures. And then we will have finished all of Pathway, which is pretty exciting, I think. Alright. And we're at the 2-hour mark anyways. And, like, I know I'm supposed to be doing 4 hours now, but, you know, on days when I'm not feeling great, I feel like the minimum will be 2 hours. But the usual maximum that we aim for is 4, so it's just how it's gonna be, you know? Man, I really need to edit the footage for some of these videos so I can really tell how the audio sounds. Because I don't know how it really sounds. Because I feel like I'm always hearing it differently, but I'm not sure. Either way, I'm not going to worry about it too much anymore. Because I feel like I keep worrying about it constantly. I'm tired. I'm not feeling great. I'm hungry as well. So I'm going to go. This was cool. I'm glad we got through, like, that entire map. We have a new one. Super exciting. I know nothing about the other two. Because, like, I vaguely, I had made a singular attempt at the one we just did. And I did not do it very well. So, I didn't know much about it to begin with. But I don't know anything about the next two, so I'm excited to see what those are about and to get through them and everything. I do really like this game. It's very much Indiana Jones. Like, I heard it described as that, where it's like, it's basically just an Indiana Jones-like game. And I was like, yeah, I agree. It's pretty much like an Indiana Jones-themed, like, strategy game. It's very cool. I like it a lot. So, excited to actually get through the rest of the storyline and finish it up. That's gonna be cool. And once that's done, I don't know what we're gonna play. Probably Dark Parables, because I've been meaning to get through the rest of that. So we're gonna probably get through the rest of the Dark Parables games once we're finished with Pathway. In the meantime, though, we're not playing Pathway tomorrow. Just so you know, we'll be playing it next week. Same days as this week, so on Wednesday and Thursday. Next week, I'm sure we'll be playing more Pathway. Or it might just be Wednesday, depending on how long it takes to get through those maps, but I doubt it'll take, like, only one stream. So, you know, probably Wednesday and Thursday, but maybe just Wednesday. Either way, we're going to be playing Pathway next week. Tomorrow, which is the last streaming day of the week, because I don't do stuff on Saturdays and Sundays. Weekends are days for editing for me, so, you know. Or doing other stuff. My family tends to come over on Sundays, so, you know, sometimes Saturdays. I have stuff to do, either way, on the weekend. So, no streaming on weekends or on Tuesdays, but, you know, I will be here tomorrow, because it's Friday, right? This is Thursday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow for another stream, and we will be streaming Pokemon tomorrow, so look forward to that. We'll work our way through some more story stuff in there. I've been idly doing some stuff in the background, not as much as I should, to be fair. I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact lately, so I've been getting a bit behind on the Pokemon stuff that I've been meaning to do, but I have managed to finish and fully complete a lot of Pokedex entries in it regardless, so that's pretty cool. That was the goal. I'm trying to make sure that we at least have, like, the baseline complete entries so that we can, like, fight God at the end of the game, but, you know, I'll get there. In the meantime, though, I am doing a lot of other stuff in there. So, you know, I'll talk about it more tomorrow when we're actually doing Pokemon on stream. Either way, just so you know, tomorrow is Pokemon stuff on stream, so if you're interested in only Pathway, then come back on Wednesday next week. I will be playing it then. But not tomorrow. Nope, Friday stream is for other stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure I have variety with the stuff that I play. I don't like being stuck on a singular game for like a week or two throughout streams. It's kind of annoying. So, yeah, I'm gonna come back with Pokemon tomorrow. Next week we'll finish up Pathway. It's definitely going to be finished by next week. Like, that's for certain. No matter how long it takes, I'm gonna finish it up next week. So, yeah, and then after that we'll work on a new game, which will be cool. Exciting. I was actually thinking of trying out to do, some other stuff on other devices as well as the Dark Parables stuff. Like, maybe once we're done with Pokemon, we'll do... Because I'm thinking I'll do, like, 2 games at once, usually, just to give a little bit of extra variety and stuff for any, like, long-standing games that take a few days to get through. So I was thinking of trying out my capture card on a few other old consoles that I've got and see if they work on all of them. You know, and maybe playing some of the games that I have on those on stream as well. So maybe once we're done with Pokemon, we can work on some of those games. That'll be exciting. But yeah. Or maybe I'll just do, like, you know, an indie game and a AAA game. I don't know. I don't really want to decide on that kind of thing. I feel like it's better to just, like, vaguely variety. What do I feel like playing, you know? But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. It depends on how I'm feeling, you know? Like, if I'm in the mood to play a certain kind of game, then we'll play that game, you know? But I do actually want to finish some games that we've started playing, like Pathway and Pokemon, so that I don't just give, like, unfinished games while we're on here. So, you know, that is that. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to come back and we'll be playing Pokemon for 4 hours, which will be fun. We'll get through some story stuff. We probably won't finish the game, but we will probably get through, like, a couple of zones. So that's cool. Or at least we'll get through a zone, I bet. So yeah, that'll be exciting. Very fun. Very cool. All right. Anyways, I'm going to go now and give myself a break. Probably take some ibuprofen because I have a headache. My sinuses are aching. It's a really bad season right now. There's a lot of pollen outside, and I went outside for like 20 minutes, and now I feel like my head is swelling. It's terrible. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I will see you later.